Hi, my name is Randy Kay. I died and experienced heaven, but I've also interviewed thousands of others who've experienced the afterlife. Many of those have been showcased on our channel. This program will show you what you can expect after you leave this life by showing the consistencies of those that I've interviewed and how they relate to what you can expect in the next life. Here we go. Take care and God bless. In this episode of What's Next in the Afterlife, we'll be answering for you the question that many have asked. Will I see my loved ones in heaven? One of the first to share his near-death experiences publicly, both in book form and in movie form, is Don Piper, the author of 90 Minutes in Heaven. He wrote a subsequent book about the people he met in heaven. Like so many that have been interviewed on our channel and other researching projects that have accounted for those who have gone on that have met their loved ones in heaven, Don related to us in this vignette we're going to be showing you how he in fact met his family who have gone on before him in heaven. Here's that interview with Don Piper.
I often tell people you don't sneak up on heaven. Everybody up there knows it's coming. And so they're ready for you. They're prepared for you. Not only is heaven a prepared place for prepared people, it's also they're prepared for your arrival. And so I had dozens of people that greeted me outside the gates. First person I saw was my grandfather. I was particularly close to him in life. My father was career Army, so a great deal of my young life, my father was stationed somewhere in Vietnam or Korea, places like that, very difficult places.
Right now, there are indeed some of your loved ones who have passed and are in heaven waiting for you. I love what Jim Woodford shared with us about meeting his grandmother in heaven, who, when he lived as a boy, baked him tapioca pudding, and he smelled that tapioca pudding in heaven.
I suddenly became aware of the incredible smell of warm tapioca. Now, bear with me. And I'm not here to start the Church of the Holy Tapioca. I'm not. But here's something you should know, because you will all experience this. God knows what a huge difference this is for us to encounter him and his beings. And so he gives us something that we loved as a child to make us feel we have come home. And when I was a young boy walking home through a snowstorm in northern Canada in the middle of June, I'd get to my grandmother's house and I'd go in, and on her wood stove, she would have made warm tapioca for me. Isn't that wonderful? And for some of you, it may be the smell of your mom's perfume. It might be the smell of your dad's burn. It might be any of those things that brought you joy as a child. And for me, it was the smell of tapioca.
You know, I had to laugh after interviewing Jim Woodford, because in my experience in heaven, I actually met my grandmother. And I also smelled the chocolate chip cookies she used to bake me when I was a child. Isn't that incredible that God so loves us that he would evoke that fragrance or that memory or whatever it is in heaven of the loved one that gave so much to us in this world? You know, one of the other phenomena of being in heaven, in the afterlife, was related to us by Captain Dale Black. Dale Black lost his life in a flight accident where the plane ran into a monument and Dale Black died. He experienced some new family members in heaven. And that is, they were not related to him on earth, but he found that in heaven, he had a whole big family that were of different varieties. Here's what he said about meeting his new family in heaven.
One of the first things that happened in heaven after learning about the life, the love, and the light was there was this group of people that had assembled right near the gate, and they were assembling right as if it was on time for my arrival. They weren't early waiting, and I wasn't late. I don't know. As a pilot, that kind of seemed important to me. Everybody was on time, and that's back in the day where airline schedules used to be really important. Not that way anymore, I guess. But everybody was there at the same time, and I noticed this family, and this information continues to ricochet to me even today, because it seemed like it's just a nice little group of people that met with me, and they were greeting me and, in a sense, saying, welcome to the city of God, welcome to Heavendale. Because of what Jesus did, you are welcome here, and you're part of all of this. We're family. But I looked at these people, and they had such complete, unconditional love toward me. Well, I'd never experienced it that way, and I loved it. I enjoyed it. I thought, oh my gosh, look at them looking at me. I'm important. I belong here. Oh my gosh, I never want to leave this place. These are some of my thoughts. And if I can fast forward a little bit, I'm back on earth now, thinking about this event, and I'm talking to the Lord by myself. And I'm saying, Lord, who's that group of people? I didn't remember anybody in my family. And the Lord and I were having this conversation. And it's the Holy Spirit talking to Dale's spirit. And we're having this conversation. My mind's involved. And I feel like God and I are talking. And he said, Dale, did you notice whether there was male or female in that group? And I said, well, yeah, there was male and female. Dale, did you notice? Did you notice the racial differences? Well, yeah, there was every race represented. There would be what we would call on earth the black, the Hispanic, the white, the Asian. There was everything represented there. Yeah. Did you notice it when you were there? Not at all. It didn't matter. I didn't even notice the difference in skin color. I didn't notice the gender differences. We were one family.
Dale experienced something universally noted by those that we have interviewed, and that is that we will have our old family members that we knew on earth and new family members in heaven. Those that come in all forms and all varieties, ethnicities, colors, nationalities, you name it. But we won't know them by those characteristics. We will just know them as our family. That is an amazing testimony, not just by Dale and myself, but by numerous others who have met their families in heaven. Indeed, that question we posed to you originally, will you meet your families in heaven, is answered in the affirmative. Indeed, you will meet them, and it will be the best interaction with your family that you've ever had in your lifetime. Take care, and God bless.